This is lesson 4.5, day 2, so we're going to continue working with solving two-step equations. We have 3 warm-up problems. Pause this video, try the warm-ups on your own, and then we'll go through them. The first warm-up problem says 12 equals negative 2c. Well, remember, my goal is to get the variable by itself. Right now, there's negative 2 times c. The inverse of multiplication is division, so I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is negative 2. 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6 equals c. And then to check our answer, we can just plug in negative 6 for c. And hey, guess what? Negative 2 times negative 6 equals 12. So our answer of negative 6 is correct. Number 2 says y divided by negative 5 equals negative 9. Well, again, we want to get the variable by itself, and right now there's a divided by 5. The opposite of dividing by, negative 5, sorry I missed that, is to multiply both sides by negative 5. So I'm going to make brackets, multiply both sides by negative 5. Those negative 5s cancel, so I'm left with y equals negative 9 times negative 5 is positive 45. If we do a quick check, 45 divided by negative 5 is negative 9. So, yep, our answer of 45 is correct. And then the last warm-up problem is 5 times x plus 3. Remember, whenever we have a number next to parentheses, we're going to want to distribute to both terms. So I'm going to rewrite this as 5 times x plus 5 times 3. 5 times x is 5x. Plus 5 times 3 is 15. These are not like terms. One has a variable and one does not. So there's our answer, 5x plus 15. Just some review of our process of solving multi-step equations. So the first step, add up, then we're going to distribute, and then we're going to simplify. So see if we can combine any like terms. Then we're going to solve, so we're going to get rid of our constants, then we're going to get rid of the coefficients, and then we're going to check our answer. So the first example I want you to write down in your notes is 19 minus a divided by 6 equals 35. So first step is to add up. Wherever there's subtraction, I'm going to change it to plus negative. Now I can't distribute. I can't combine any like terms or simplify. So then I need to get rid of my constant. My constant is a positive 19. To get rid of that 19, I'm going to add negative 19 to both sides, which again is the same as subtracting. Positive 19 and negative 19 cancel, so I'm left with negative a divided by 6 equals, and then 35 minus 19, we get 16. Then I need to get rid of my coefficient. So right now I have negative a divided by 6. I want to be left with just positive 1a. So to divide, or right now it's dividing by negative 6, I'm going to do the opposite of that, and I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 6. That's going to get rid of that negative in front of the a. Because what happens here is a negative times a negative is a positive. Those 6 cancel. So I'm left with a equals, and then I'm just going to take 16 times 6 and make it negative. So I get negative 96. And then if this were your quiz or your test or even on your homework, always a good idea to check your answer. The next example I want you to write down is 32 equals negative 4b minus 12. So again, the first step is to add up. So instead of minus 12, I'm going to change it to plus negative 12. Can't distribute, can't combine like terms. So now I need to get rid of my constant. My constant is negative 12. The opposite of negative 12 is positive 12. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides to get rid of that. Negative 12 and positive 12 cancel. So this side is just negative 4b equals 32 plus 12 is 44. Then I need to get rid of my constant. My constant is negative 4. Right now it's -4 times b. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. If I divide one side by -4, I have to divide the other side by -4. 44 divided by -4 is -11 equals b. Then if we check our answer, we'll just plug in -11 for b. So -4 times -11 minus 12. Well, -4 times -11 is 44. 44 minus 12 is 32, and that's what we were going for. So -11 is the correct answer. Okay, then there's going to be problems where we have to combine like terms. So I want you to write this problem down. -5 plus 17 equals 4k minus 2 plus 3k. Again, we're going to start with our process of add up. There's subtraction, so I'm going to change that to plus negative. After we add up, I'm going to see if I can distribute. I can't. Then I'm going to see if I can combine like terms on either side. Well, this time I actually can. -5 plus 17 are like terms. They have different signs, so I'm going to subtract. 17 minus 5 is 12, and it's going to be positive. So I get 12 equals, and then 4k plus 3k is also like terms. So I'm going to rewrite that as 7k plus -2. Now that I've combined like terms, I want to get rid of my constant. My constant is -2, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides. -2 and +2 cancel, so I'm left with 7k equals 14. Now to get rid of my coefficient, it's 7 times k, so I'm going to divide this side by 7, which means I have to divide this side by 7. And I'm left with 2 equals k. Then we can go back up to this equation here and see if we get the same answer. So I'm going to plug in 2 for k. So I'm going to rewrite this as 7 times 2 plus -2. Well, 7 times 2 is 14 plus -2. They have different signs, so you subtract and you get 12. That's what we were going for. So our answer of 2 is correct. The next problem you need to write down is b minus 3b plus 8 equals 18. Again, first step, add up. So instead of minus 3b, I'm changing this to plus -3b. We'll get this out of the way. Then I can't distribute, but I can combine like terms. Right now I have a b plus -3b. Remember, when there's no number in front of a variable, there's really a hidden 1. So this is like 1b take away 3b. So this leaves me with -2b plus 8 equals 18. Now I need to get rid of my constant. My constant is a +8. So to get rid of +8, I'm going to add -8 to both sides. Whatever I do to one side, have to do to the other. And I'm left with -2b equals 10. Then I need to get rid of my coefficient, which is -2, and right now it's -2 times b. I'm going to do the inverse of that, which is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by -2, and I'm left with b equals -5. And now I can plug it into this shortened equation. So I'm going to plug in -5 for b. So -2 times -5 plus 8. -2 times -5 is 10, +10, plus 8 is 18. And hey, guess what? That's what we were going for. So our answer of -5 is correct. All right, last problem. This one says Dion wants to go camping with his hiking club. The trip costs $199. He paid a deposit of $55 and will save an additional $18 per week to pay for the trip. How many weeks does Dion need to save? Write an equation for the situation and solve it. So we know the total cost of the trip is $199. So I'm going to set my equation equal to $199. The $55 was a one-time thing, so there's no variable with it. So I'm going to write that as 55 plus, And then we have $18 per week. 18 per week. We're going to write that as 18x. You could also use W or a different variable. And then our job is to solve this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to look to see, can I add up? Nope. Distribute, combine like terms on either side? Nope. But I can get rid of the constant. My constant is a positive 55. The opposite of positive 55 is negative 55. So I'm going to add negative 55 to both sides. And remember, we do that to help us get into the habit when we're working with negatives. Positive 55 and negative 55 cancel. So I'm left with 18x equals, and then 199 minus 55 is 144. Then I need to get rid of my coefficient. My coefficient is 18 times x. I'm going to do the opposite and divide both sides by 18. And I'm left with x equals, and then how many times does 18 go into 144? Let's try 6. 18 times 6. 6 times 8 is 48. 108, so too small. Let's try 8. 18 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6, 144. So we know x equals 6. No, it does not. X equals 8. Because 18 times 8 is 144. But the question is asking us how many weeks does he need to save for, so our answer would be 8 weeks.